On September 19, 2022, in the city of Jacksonville, Florida, police received a call about a woman found unconscious in a private home. The responding officers discovered the body of 18-year-old Gabrielle Bolton in the bedroom. The young woman was lying on the floor, partially covered with a curtain and a towel, showing clear signs of a severe head injury. Evidence was collected at the crime scene, including blood traces and damaged pieces of furniture. The investigation quickly determined that Isaiah Jamal Green, who was also 18 years old at the time, might be involved in the murder. He was the victim's boyfriend and lived nearby. Neighbors reported that there were frequent arguments and outbursts of aggression between the young couple. During the interrogation, Green admitted that he and Gabrielle had been in a relationship for about a year and that conflicts often arose between them. On the day of the tragedy, according to him, another argument broke out between them, which got out of control. The investigation determined that the argument ended with Green beating the girl and inflicting a fatal head injury. After that, he attempted to conceal the body by covering it with a piece of fabric and left the scene of the crime. 2 days later, on September 21, 2022, Jacksonville police announced the arrest of Isaiah Green and charged him with second-degree murder.
Hey, brother, how you doing, man? Good? You alright, man? You up?
Yes, sir.
Long day? Not really?
No, sir.
Alright, I'm Detective McIntosh. This is my partner, Detective Welch.
What's up, man? How you doing?
You ate, man? You good? You brought all the stuff here for you ain't do nothing with it.
No, I'm tired.
Tired?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what was your day like, man? Just boring? I got you.
Wasn't there something playing in here?
Some music? We gotta turn it up to talk to you, man. Can't keep going the whole time. Can't have it your way all your life, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta give us some time now. It's our time to talk to you, right? All right, brother. Appreciate it. All right, man. So we're here to conduct an investigation, man, that occurred at the address that you stayed at. So just kind of give me a rundown of your day and what happened, man.
Okay, so
and what time you woke? And I'm just be detailed. Hey, man, I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning. And
can I like tell it like it's like a backstory? All right, so like
tell your story, man.
I don't sleep in my room for like let's say 3 days. Let's say 2 days to be on the safe side because me and her was in a argument.
When you say her, who are you speaking of?
Gabrielle.
Gabrielle. Who is that to you?
We could just say we never like really.
From the very beginning, the detective acts gently. He doesn't apply pressure. Instead, he talks as if to a friend, creating a sense of safety. This is a classic technique to make a person believe they are in control. In reality, the opposite is true. This is how the foundation for future pressure is laid. Gradually, the tone of the interrogation shifts. What starts as a friendly chat becomes slightly firmer. The detectives establish control over the space and the rhythm of the conversation, showing that the situation now unfolds according to their rules. This is a crucial moment, the transition from equal dialogue to subtle subordination. When the discussion turns to the events of the day, the suspect begins to justify himself even though no one has directly accused him. He tries to distance himself from the scene, which betrays an internal awareness of the context, a fear that his actions will be connected to what happened. By the end of the fragment, the atmosphere grows heavier. The suspect speaks calmly, but his focus is not on the act itself. Instead, he dwells on the emotions of jealousy, resentment, and betrayal. That is the key signal. We are not looking at a cold-blooded killer, but at someone driven by emotion.
She was basically my girlfriend, basically.
Okay. So you go ahead.
So we was in an argument. So I've been up front, but so I've been up front, and so let's say I was up front at 3 o'clock. Around 3 o'clock, that's when I probably stopped being up front. I was just
this
smoking.
Morning.
Yep.
And you say up front, you mean the front of the house?
Mm-hmm. In the living room.
Okay.
It's in the living room. There's 2 sofas right there, big TV, and then
Okay.
I just smoke in there, and then I was sleeping out there basically. So I come in there. I'm done smoking at 3, and I come in. When I come in the bathroom, and I say, you know, I'm saying Gabby's in the bathroom, but she's on the phone. in the bathroom is weird. So she's taking a shower, but she on the phone. I'm looking, and then I don't see nobody on the phone, but you hear the boop, like the FaceTime thingy.
Mm-hmm. The sound of FaceTime on like an iPhone. That's what kind of phone she had.
Yes, sir. So I was like, what the, you know what I'm saying? That's what I said. So I was like, who are you on the phone with? Nobody. So I took her phone, and then I see the number, and I see the person. She was like, I don't even talking about. Like she kept going. Like, and then we just fought. We fought a tussle, and then she went back. No, I went to the room right then and there. She came back into the room and she followed me, but she was just getting her. She put her clothes in there, and I was like, don't come in here. Like I told her, like she was like, let's say like she coming in the room. She put her clothes from the shower into the bucket, right? And I was like, don't come in here. She went back in there, and I said she went back in there, and I made her clean out the bathroom.
What was wrong with the bathroom?
Nothing. Like I just told her to clean up the bathroom. Like I'm just being green because she was being green. I was just like, go clean up the bathroom. And then when she's in there, I'm like I'm talking to them. Like I'm talking. I'm not. It's not even talking. Shit. It's like I was degrading her, but like
you was degrading her by saying what?
Like I'm just yelling, and I was like, girl, you like. So basically, like, what I got into trouble is because she slept with her, like, she didn't change her pad, and then it was on the bed, so I was like, bro, what the...
She didn't change her what?
Her pad, like, on her period.
Okay.
Like, she didn't change her pad, and I got onto her like that. She said I was too mean, but I was like, no, that's nasty, like, you need to change your pad, it's all on the bed. I don't even have a blanket, you know what I'm saying?
Man,
so I'm like...
Cover your mouth, man.
I'm sorry, my bad.
You got manners, right?
But,
I got you.
In this fragment of the interrogation, it becomes clear that the relationship between them had long ceased to be equal. The suspect is emotionally dependent, but unable to regulate his feelings. His response to jealousy is not conversation, but aggression, humiliation, and control. He doesn't perceive this as violence. For him, it's merely a reaction to disrespect. That is the central psychological marker. The shift from hurt to domination, and from domination to violence. The detectives remain silent, not interrupting him, because every word he speaks works against him. They watch as he builds the chain of events himself, a pattern where the motive and mechanism emerge clearly: jealousy, loss of control, and an attempt to reassert power through degradation. All of this constructs the psychological profile of a man for whom love turns into possession, and pain becomes a justification for punishment. This fragment marks the moment when personal resentment crosses the final line and becomes violence.
I'm sitting on the bed. I'm sitting on the bed. Like the bathroom is literally across from right there, and I'm just degrading. I swear to you, like I'm not being mean, but I'm being. I'm just.
What you saying? Tell me. What you saying?
Like I'm like, oh, you just a trifling. Like I'm just going off the wall. Yeah,
but I still want to know what you're saying too.
I don't really know. I was just saying bull stuff. Like, oh, you just like just saying anything to make someone feel worse. You know what I'm saying? Because she's still lying. She never even like still right now. She still don't want to admit it. It's on her phone right there. Like she still won't admit it. Like she lies in my face like I'm a dummy. Like
did she have like when y'all were arguing? Did she have on clothes or did she not have on clothes?
No, she was in the shower.
She was in the shower. I'm talking about when you went and sat on the bed and you went in the room and you made her go back and clean up and stuff like that. Did she have on clothes? Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, the bed is really the bed in the bathroom is literally straight across. We don't like.
So this is at 3 a.m. in this morning.
This is like 3:30, 3:42. I'm just like stopped smoking. Like I swear to you, I was.
You smoking weed?
Yes, sir.
Right.
And I went in there to go. I went in there. I was like, but I don't like. I wasn't. The thing is, we don't talk. You know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't the thing. Like I wasn't supposed to like come and see her that day. But like something was like, all right, have a good night. You know what I'm saying? Something just wanted me to do. I could have just stayed on the couch. Like something made me like. It's like I knew, but I didn't know. But.
Okay, so what happened from there after you clean up? You make her clean up the bathroom, which y'all just go to sleep or what?
No. So she cleaned up the bathroom, but I'm in there. I'm in here. I'm in the room rolling up, and like she can hear me. She can hear me. The bathroom door is closed, but the room door is open, right? So I'm just going off and going off and going off, and then she was like, "Kill me, kill me, kill me," and I was like, "You're not worth it. You're not worth it." And I'm just like, she like, I don't know, like. All right, so you know how like someone cry, but you know like for like a cry, and you like like a serious cry.
This episode reveals not just a lack of empathy, but a moment of inner rupture. The point where a person loses connection with the emotional reality of what has happened. The suspect speaks about the events as if watching them from the outside. This is not the coldness of a calculated killer. It is a psychological defense mechanism. He separates himself from his actions in order not to feel guilt. In his story, there's a clear transition from anger to emptiness, as though the energy of the conflict has burned out, leaving only exhaustion and indifference. He no longer fights, no longer justifies himself, no longer seeks to be understood. This state often appears in people who have experienced an uncontrolled outburst of aggression. Once the emotional explosion passes, there comes a collapse, detachment, even confusion. Here we see a person who doesn't fully grasp the magnitude of what has occurred. He recounts the girl's final plea, "Kill me," without horror, without regret, as if it were just another line in a conversation. Such emotional flattening reveals a deep distortion of perception. The feelings of others carry no weight, and his own emotions are buried under numbness. For the detectives, this is a critical signal. They're facing not only a suspect, but a man whose internal boundaries between conflict and destruction have completely eroded. If jealousy once served as his motive, now it has dissolved into something darker, an inner void where violence becomes the last remaining way to feel anything at all.
Like, oh no, she just had a cry like she was like, damn, I'm nobody type stuff. Like, but I wasn't trying to say like she was nobody. She just played me like I was dumb. So I don't know. I just wanted to.
Nah, it pissed you off.
Not even. I didn't.
I mean,
even
she
want her
played
to-
you. I mean, she lied to you, pissed you off.
No,
it is what it is.
I didn't want to. I wanted to do more than. I wanted her to feel. Like, I wanted her to know that's how. Like, I wanted her to feel the same way I felt,
Okay.
basically. So it's deeper than a piss off. Cause I was going above, you know.
Deeper than a piss off. Okay, I got you.
I'm sorry. And then I start. So I'm just rolling. I'm rolling my weed, and I'm still going. She's like, kill me. I'm like, you're not worth it. You're not worth it. I said, I hear her do this, and then she fall. Like, that's all I hear. But I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm still not even going in there. Like, when I hear the boom. Like, I'm only hear thud, though. But she had to fall because I ain't hear nothing else after than there. So, I'm going in there probably like 2-3 minutes. I'm like, get up. Like, she's on the floor. I'm like, get up. And then I see her. This, like, I'm walking. I'm in the door frame. I'm like, get up. She's on the floor like this. And I can't see her face, but her legs and feet is right there by the door. You know what I'm saying?
By the bathroom door?
Like it's she's in there, but it's like it's weird. It's like I don't.
Is the door closed? Is the door open?
No. She has the door. She has the bathroom door closed. My door is open.
Okay.
It was the weird thing is like, oh no, I went in there like I went in there mean. I went in there like on the playful mood, like get up. You know what I'm saying? And then I can't see her face, from the first when I come in. So I'm like, get up. And I see her. She's still not moving. So I just sit there and be quiet. Like, you know, like a regular person, like 30 seconds, like trying to see if I could see any movement or anything. And I'm like.
In this fragment, the suspect moves from verbal aggression to describing the moment of the tragedy itself. His speech becomes fragmented, filled with pauses, repetitions, and self-interruptions. He shows no signs of shock or panic, only confusion. This is a classic manifestation of emotional dissociation when the psyche turns off the sound inside to avoid reliving the experience. For the investigator, this is a critical moment. A person who cannot take responsibility is also unable to grasp the true gravity of what they have done. As he recounts hearing the sound of the fall but not going to check immediately, there is an unsettling calm in his tone. It's not composure, it's emotional numbness. Not in the clinical sense, but as the consequence of complete emotional burnout. The anger, the jealousy, the humiliation, all of it has burned out, leaving only emptiness and disbelief.
And then I just called my mom. And I just said,
That was it. You left in the bathroom?
no, I had to. No. I moved her out. I ain't gonna cut you because that shit was just.
Why did you move her?
I don't know because I couldn't, bro. It was just that shit was nasty.
So you saying she fell? Why didn't you? Why did you move it like to?
Because
like,
like how
be
she
more
felt,
entry, right?
like how she felt, you could tell. Like I don't. It's like it was so. I don't like there's nothing like there's no weapons in the bathroom that you could use to like really hurt yourself type stuff. Like she like when she was like how she did it, she was in like she wrapped the curtain. Yes sir. Like she wrapped the curtain around like it wasn't around her though. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like when you walk in the bathroom, you could see the curtain. Like you can see she's not wrapped with. I don't know how to explain it. She's not halfway.
Explain it the best way you can.
She's not halfway wrapped up, but like you can see like you see the little the thingies. You see that they down. You know what I'm saying? So I just pushed her. I was gonna put like look so in the bathroom and it's the hallway. I did it right here, but the rug I ain't gonna cut you. That's why she's as soon as you open the door, she's literally right there.
So you saying she fell or like hurt? How do you think what happened?
At this point, it becomes clear that the suspect is in a state of cognitive dissonance. He understands that something terrible has happened, yet he cannot emotionally connect himself to it. His explanations are contradictory, but beneath them lies a single motive: the desperate need to convince himself that he is not a murderer. For the detectives, this marks a crucial turning point. The conversation is no longer about a confession, but about denial. He tries to blur the line between an accident and an act of violence, constructing a convenient version of reality where everything simply got out of control. In psychology, this is known as post-affective rationalization, when a person, unable to withstand the weight of what they've done, rewrites the event in their mind to make it bearable. He is not cold-blooded, he is broken, yet incapable of admitting it, and that is what makes his account so disturbing. Not cruelty, but emptiness and self-deception, a space where the human sense of responsibility has already disappeared.
No, I feel like, I don't know. No, honestly, I ain't gonna cut you. I think I pushed her to do it. I ain't gonna cut you, cause she was like, you know how people play, but like this time, like I was literally like, I was saying like I wasn't start. I didn't start. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to think about it. This started at 3. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So I'm talking bullshit all the way to 7. Like I'm just talking bullshit. And like she. I don't know.
This is what I want you to do. Okay. All right. This eye to eye. Calm down. Right. Okay. The first thing we're gonna do, and we're gonna tell the story exactly how it is. All right. Don't bullshit me. Don't bullshit yourself. That girl is dead, all right? And you know it. Tell me exactly what happened.
That's what happened.
Tell me exactly what happened.
Yes, sir.
All right?
Yes, sir.
No bullshit. Straight up. All right?
Yes, sir.
If she was hurt or anything of that nature, you would have stayed there and tried to get help for her. You left, all right? We know that. Tell me what happened in the house this morning. Tell me everything exactly how it happened, all right?
Yes, sir.
It's done, okay? Period, point blank. She's dead. I'm telling you straight up. What happened to cause this? Tell me what happened. Gotcha.
Right. So I'm gonna tell the story again. I swear to God. At 10 o'clock, Bird left. That's the landlord that I am with, right?
10 o'clock this morning?
10:30, no, 10 at night, last night. That's when I started smoking, all right?
You started smoking last night?
I started smoking at 10:34. You can ask, as soon as he left, I called him.
I got you. And so, hey, calm down. You calmly tell me. So y'all was beefing a little bit.
It wasn't beefing. I was just, she just didn't. She thought I was being too mean. I ain't gonna catch. She didn't respect. Like she didn't. I didn't respect. Like.
In this fragment, we see the suspect's psychological defenses beginning to crumble. For the first time, he acknowledges that his actions had a destructive impact, yet he still cannot accept it as personal guilt. His confession is partial, crafted to protect the mind. I pushed, but not I caused her death. The detective senses the shift and changes tactics. No longer the soft listening, but direct confrontation with the reality of death. This is the tactical pivot where empathy gives way to stark realism. The investigator understands that without the shock of realization, the suspect will never truly speak. Psychologically, the suspect is suspended between denial and acceptance. He isn't justifying himself anymore, but neither does he feel remorse. His inner dialogue sounds like an attempt to reconcile the irreconcilable. I didn't mean to, but it happened. For the detective, this reveals the truth. He's not facing a calculated killer, but an abuser who crossed the line step by step, erasing the boundary between control and destruction, until words turned into death. This scene marks the emotional climax of the interrogation, the moment when truth surfaces not through confession, but through a weary, broken admission of helplessness. I didn't stop.
Oh, no, Kanye, mean I say shit like extra.
Well, we're at a point now where you don't have to say I don't know. You just got to tell me what it is. What was going on between you and her that would have caused this? That's what I'm here to say. I mean, so don't say something like that. I need a detail about what was going on between you guys.
Yes, sir.
All right.
It was just I feel like because it's the past situation that made it the worst. Like when I was just sleeping up there. Like I didn't even talk to the guy. As soon as if I even went in the room, I'm going in there to go get something to roll up, go get a card, go get my ID or something, and I'm going. Like she'd say something to me and I wouldn't even say nothing back. You know what I'm saying? Because I was just doing too much that day. I went in there. I went in the bathroom. Like, you okay? That's the first thing I said. You okay? I don't know. Now, see, that's the first thing she was like, "Are you okay?" Because I think, like, on the weed, yes, I could have been tripping, but I know I wasn't tripping. You're gonna hear the FaceTime, the thing you're gonna hear it. I took her phone, like you can see in recess, it's the same number right there, and she's still lying in my face. So
that's established that she lied to you. Okay, you felt that as though she lied to you, and she was on FaceTime with somebody in the shower. Mm-hmm. Okay, what happened when you found that out? What happened when you go into the house?
I asked her. I asked about it. I asked her why she was in the shower.
So you confront her about the FaceTime situation.
Yes.
Okay, and what happens?
She lied about it, and then I forced her to say yes by physically hurting her.
Okay, and how did you do it?
It was like this thing it was this thing literally right there by the pink cubby thing, and
how would you describe this thing?
It's literally like a stick, it's like a wand.
Okay.
It's a wand, and then I'm like, it's like 3:30 to like, she was in the bathroom probably.
This fragment marks the point where the psychology of conflict turns into a crime. The suspect finally admits that he used force, yet he does so without remorse or fear, as if describing an everyday occurrence. He still believes his actions were a reaction, not a choice. This reveals the classic pattern of abusive behavior, control, disguised as justice. For the detectives, this admission becomes proof that the tragedy was not accidental. It was not a momentary outburst of passion, but the culmination of accumulated anger that manifested as deliberate physical domination. Psychologically, this is no longer jealousy, but the collapse of human boundaries. The moment when the partner ceases to be seen as a person, she becomes an object, something to command, to punish, to silence. In this episode lies the most terrifying aspect of such cases. A person driven by resentment and the need for control loses touch with the reality of what is happening. And in that moment, when the sense of another's pain disappears, any form of violence becomes possible.
Until she admitted it was probably like 3:30 to 4, until she admitted it. And then I got, like, after she admitted it, like, I was like, you're so disgusting. I don't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she already knew she was gonna leave right then and there. Like, she was leaving that day. So I'm in there and I'm rolling up. Like, I ain't gonna I'm kind of like, damn, this shit really happened types. Like, I was like, damn, okay. But I'm rolling up though. I was like, all right, shoot. And I'm still talking like when I'm mad, I talk shit. So I'm talking shit. Like, you dumb. Like, you can't even take care of yourself. Like, you stink. You got the bad bloody up and stuff like that. But like, you can hear her cry, but her cry was like a different cry.
Where did you hit her at?
On her legs or like everywhere. You can see it. Like,
okay. Did you hit her in her face?
No, I pulled her hair. I ain't gonna cap. I pulled her hair.
Did you at all strike her in the face?
Strike her in the face.
We here, man.
I probably, if I did, like, she was always covering her face. I'm just keeping.
While you were doing this, she was covering her face.
Yes, sir. I'm being completely honest.
That's what I'm asking of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
But yeah, I did. If I could have hit her face. Yes, sir. I could have hit her face.
Okay.
But she was doing this. You can see, like she was covering her
How
face.
many times do you think you hit her?
I don't know, man. See, I talk to her. Like, I actually talk to her. I'm usually just, if I know, you know what I'm saying? I talk to her, and, like, she was like, oh, what are you talking about? Like, I was just dumb, and I was like, okay, Gabby. Okay. And she just kept going. She was like, what are you talking about? You just want to go smoke all day? Like, I swear to you. And I was like, okay. And I took her phone. Like, it's weird that you have your phone in the shower with you. That's the weird part. That's the weirdest part. It's weird that you have your phone in there with you. And you know I'm going to check your phone. You know I could just check it. All I got to do is go to call and go to recent. And she's still alive.
In this fragment, the suspect openly recounts the moment of physical violence, calmly, without resistance, without any attempt to conceal details. But it's the tone of his voice that strikes most. He speaks of the beating as if it were something ordinary, describing it with the same detachment one might use to recount a minor argument. For the detective, this is more than a confession. It's evidence of profound emotional isolation. The suspect understands what happened in a factual sense, but he does not feel it. He describes how he forced the girl to confess, continuing to humiliate her verbally even after she complied. His words oscillate between self-satisfaction and confusion. There is no trace of remorse. On the contrary, he seems to justify himself by insisting that he was simply getting the truth. This is crucial. In his mind, violence is not a crime, but a means of restoring justice. When the detective asks where he struck her, the young man answers without emotion, as though filling out a form. He admits to pulling her hair, maybe hitting her in the face. Yet these words carry no emotional weight. Phrases like, if I hit her, yeah, maybe, or she covered her face, reveal that he doesn't perceive his actions as causing pain to a living person. In his perception, she is no longer a girl. She is the object of his anger. Standing before the investigators, he is devoid of both rage and empathy. Only indifference and fatigue remain. He no longer tries to save himself. There's simply nothing left for him to feel. And it is precisely in this emptiness that the horrifying truth emerges. For him, violence has ceased to be an act. It has become a state of being.
So when you hit her, did that cause her to fall? Or was she still standing when you hit her?
No. Cause she did fall in the tub. That's what I'm saying. That's why she had to clean up the tub. That's why I told her to go clean. Yeah, after I left, after we did all. So look, from 3:30. No, I'm gonna be honest. Like 3:30 to like 4 something. Like after that, when I went and started rolling up in the room, I told her to go clean up. And I'm sitting on the bed talking my shit, and I'm like, bruh, clean up, I gotta this and that. I probably didn't even say clean up. I probably was like, you dirty girl. I know I said something about the pad for sure, cause like that was recent. Like I was just degrading her, and she actually.
So you strike her however many times inside the bathroom, then you drag her into the room.
No, I hit her right, boom. I hit her, boom. That's it. That's all it right there. I go back in the room and I start. I'm not smoking. I'm rolling. I start rolling up. Boom. About 3-4 minutes. I don't know. I'm not putting a time limit. She come in the room. I did it quick. Putting her clothes up. Get out. Why is you in here? You know what I'm saying? Go clean up. Like you peasant. You. Like, I'm just going off on her type shit. Like go clean up. All she did, she closed the door. She went over. Boom. I opened the door back. I can't hear her unless because the AC on. I can't hear nothing else in the house because of the AC on.
In this fragment of the interrogation, the suspect is completely immersed in his memories. He speaks quickly, without structure, as if the events are unfolding before his eyes in real time. Yet despite the detail, his tone carries no remorse, only irritation and fatigue. He doesn't describe the violence as something horrific, but rather as an everyday conflict where she just wouldn't listen. This reveals deep emotional numbness and a distorted sense of reality. He recounts hitting her, forcing her to clean up, continuing to insult her, but he emphasizes just one hit. That detail is not accidental. It's a psychological defense, an attempt to minimize the violence and convince himself it wasn't that bad. For the detectives, this is a classic sign of inner conflict between knowledge and denial. He understands what he did, but he's not ready to face the weight of it. Particularly revealing is what follows. After striking her, he goes out for a smoke and keeps talking trash. This isn't a momentary outburst of rage, it's a deliberate continuation of humiliation. His words aren't just expressions of anger, they're demonstrations of power. He dehumanizes the woman, turning her into a target for his contempt, keeping her trapped in a psychological cage where even his insults function like commands. When he says he didn't hear what was happening in the bathroom because of the noise from the air conditioner, that line sounds less like a neutral detail and more like a convenient alibi, a physical excuse for emotional deafness. The truth is, he didn't want to hear. He didn't want to know what was happening to her, because acknowledging it would shatter the illusion that he was still in control.
Boom. I open the door. I gotta keep the door open. I don't trust the girl. Boom. Open the door. All I hear is like 30, 40 minutes later, I'll hear, I'm not even gonna put time. I don't know the time. All I hear is, and I'm ignoring it. And I'm like, okay, f it. You know what I'm saying? And then I hear a boom. But I'm still not going in there. Like, that's how mad I was. I still wasn't going in there. So then when I went in there, I finally seen her. I was like, get up. Like why is you playing like this? Like, why are you? That's how. And I said it. I was like, get up. Stay.
So we've established the whole you're upset about her cheating and all of that. Like justifying about her, you being upset about her texting somebody or being on FaceTime with somebody. I'm trying to understand, and maybe I'm missing this. You saying you entered the bathroom, and that's when you pulled this pole out from this object that in the bathroom. You start hitting her, but and you say she falls, right?
She falls in the tub.
Okay, you're saying that she went back into the bathroom to clean up this mess.
Yes.
After that.
Yeah.
So she was conscious and everything after you say you hit her.
I'm literally, you gotta think about, I'm just hitting her. She's going to fall in the tub. She's gonna fall in the tub. I made her get up, and I was like, get up, get up, get up.
Okay. And where did she end up after that?
Boom. I went back in the room. She come in there. I don't know how. Let's say 3 minutes. Let's say she come in 3 minutes, and I'm like, go back in and go clean the bathroom. Okay. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Then like. I can't put a time limit, but all I hear is all I hear. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. That's when I start going out more. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, just doing the extra shit. I'm like, she can breathe out loud, and I'm like, shut the fuck up, breathe quiet or some shit. Like, that's how I was. I was just doing some dumb shit, and I was saying like, oh, you just dirty girl with the pad or some shit. Like, I was literally just like, I don't know.
In this fragment, the suspect has completely ceased to perceive what happened as a tragedy. His account sounds like a stream of mundane actions. Opened the door, told her to clean, heard a noise. There is no mention of pain, no screams, no fear, only irritation and control. This is not mere emotional detachment, but a total loss of empathy. He speaks as though it were a scene of annoying disobedience rather than brutal violence. He repeatedly emphasizes that he kept the door open because he didn't trust her. For the detective, this is a critical detail. Even after committing the act of violence, he remains locked in a mindset of paranoia and dominance. The aggression doesn't end. It transforms into surveillance. What we see here is not guilt, but an obsessive need to maintain control, even when the victim no longer poses any threat. When he hears the noise from the bathroom and still doesn't go to check, that moment reveals profound psychological indifference. He hears the fall but chooses not to react, not because he doesn't understand what's happening, but because he has internally switched off responsibility. In his perception, she is no longer a person, merely the backdrop to his anger. When he says, "I was so mad I didn't go," it marks the peak of emotional deformation. Rage outweighs another person's life. Even when he finally enters the bathroom and sees that she isn't moving, his reaction is dry, mechanical. Get up. Stop playing. He doesn't recognize the body before him. He's still talking to her as if she were a defiant partner. For a psychologist, this state represents total denial of reality, the mind's final defense against confronting the irreversible.
She just kept lying, and she wouldn't tell she just wouldn't tell the truth. She didn't want to tell the truth. And I don't know. But it was crazy because
What did you do after she was like laying on the ground and didn't move or anything like that? What happened?
I just did this. I stared at her for like 5-10 seconds. Just stared at her to see if you see any type of movement, right? Like that's what I was like. All right, and it's like you had like she was cleaning up the thing. She cleaned out the tub. Like if you could see photo like there's photos something. I think she cleaned out the tub and everything, but the thing I don't understand is how the curtain like that. She wasn't in the tub. You understand? She wasn't in the tub anymore. She been out the tub. When she cleaned up, she was out. She came out and came in and put the clothes up. You know what I'm saying? She been out of the tub. The thing I don't understand is how the curtain. It wasn't off, but it was like It was I don't know. It was like.
Was that from you hitting her?
No, because the curtain would have just. I don't know. No, the curtain. It had to be. It was like it's not down, but it's down. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but she's not wrapped up in it, but she's wrapped up in it.
Did you wrap her up in it?
No, like you can't. That's what I'm saying. You can't like.
Did you at all wrap her up or anything?
Well, no. I ain't gonna count. I put her into the. So can I? Yeah, I put her into the room. I ain't gonna count to you. So I was supposed to put her in right there in the hallway, right?
You drug her into the room?
Yes, I was supposed to. I was supposed to do this. I was supposed to put her in the hallway, right? Boom. I put her in the hallway. I couldn't. Why? It's a freaking rug. Boom. That's why I put her. As soon as you open my door, she's literally right there. Literally right there. And then I did do this. I did do this. And I was like, I don't know. I'm like this. I was like this. So that's why I called my mama. But then I like her eye. It was like open. You know what I'm saying? Like.
What did you tell your mom?
I told her the story.
What did you tell her?
The story I was like we was arguing. I caught her cheating. She lied on me, and I ain't gonna put my hands on her. And then this happened at 7. I don't know when the police got called. They called at what 2? Like I didn't know what to do.
You care about her?
That was my girlfriend for almost 12 months. She lied.
I told you. You know what I did? I told you she was dead. I had her picture out here, and you yet to show any type of emotion.
She played me.
So you saying she deserved this?
No person ever deserved death. But
okay.
She wanted whatever she did though. She had to, cause she knew it wasn't coming back. Like she wasn't going. She knew there was nowhere left, and she knew that. I feel like her, cause her mom doesn't care, her dad don't care, but she knew that I cared. You know what I'm saying? But she knew like today, I swear to you, I stopped caring fully. Like when you lie to someone like that, like she literally lied to my face over and over. I'm like, girl, you're in here touching on yourself on the phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, of what the. I'm not. No, I'm sorry. And then the thing is, okay, boom. Even if
so that's deserving of somebody getting
no. Even if it was that, all of that, the thing is that got to me was the lie. She just lied. She kept going, and I was just so.
This fragment is the suspect's attempt to make sense of what happened, but his reasoning is distorted. He talks about time, about when the police were called, as if discussing a delay in routine matters, not the death of a human being. His words, "I didn't know what to do," don't express confusion, but inner emptiness. There is no anxiety, no fear, no regret, only detached observation. This is a typical state of emotional numbness after violence, when the psyche can no longer withstand the tension and shuts down empathy altogether. When the detective directly tells him, "You didn't even show emotion," it's an effort to break through that wall of indifference. Yet the suspect's response is even more disturbing. Instead of remorse, he offers justification. He returns to his familiar narrative. She lied. She betrayed me. He constructs a moral explanation for the tragedy, in which the victim becomes responsible for her own death. It's not just an attempt to deflect blame, but a psychological mechanism to preserve his internal logic. If she played with me, then he didn't simply lose control. He reacted. In his speech, there is fatigue and self-pity, but no guilt. He doesn't say, "I killed her." He says, "She knew I cared," as if affection could excuse brutality. For a psychologist, this is a key marker of moral dissociation, the state where love and control are fused, and care becomes indistinguishable from aggression. When he finally says, "She knew I didn't care anymore," that's the point of emotional rupture. He admits that the feeling itself, the capacity to care, is gone. And in that cold void, the tragedy occurred. His resentment over her lies is the last thread he clings to, the final illusion shielding him from the truth, that it wasn't betrayal or provocation that caused her death, but his own cruelty.
Mean and so, what is it called, nonchalant. I would just like, you whole stupid or go take care of it, go clean again, or some shit.
Why? Let me ask you this: why didn't, when you knew all of that, or when you didn't care, why didn't you just leave the house and like call your mom and tell her to come pick you up?
I did. I didn't go back. I did not step a foot back into that room.
Before this happened, why didn't you call your mom and just say, "Come pick me up. We got an argument"?
It was because it wasn't. It was. What you talking about? Like after I met her in the bathroom?
No, before when y'all start arguing.
Nah, it wouldn't work like that. 9 or 3 o'clock in no freaking morning, no, it don't work like that. Like you got like, I'm not saying that what I did, I'm not trying to justify like how I came in, and beat on her and stuff, but like I was angry.
Okay.
And I didn't think, I ain't gonna catch you. I didn't think at the time.
Let's talk more about that.
Okay.
Tell us more about that. You getting angry? What happened?
It was the anger. No, it's just not. It's not angry. She knew I cared. Like
You were there for 12 months, man. You did care. And then she's gonna talk to some other dude. That'd make anybody mad, right?
That's not the part. You can talk to anybody you want to. You have your own life, but you don't have to lie to someone. You know what I'm saying? I work. She don't do nothing. I do every single thing. I work. She don't do shit. Her phone paid. Everything's good. You know what I'm saying?
You take care of her, yeah.
And it's like, if you wanted to like, shit. If you wanted to go fuck on a whole nother, okay, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But why? Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. That I ain't gonna cut to you. That the lie got me angry. I'm sorry. And I didn't think. And
You didn't think it was gonna go that far?
I don't think nobody expected. But when I see her, like,
How many times you hit her?
Was it more than 5?
it had to be.
10?
It had to be.
More than 10? How many times do you think you hit her in the head?
I don't really think. I remember pulling her hair, but I remember she would always do this, like, and I couldn't get to her like she fell in the tub, but like that was the only time she could do this. Like that was it.
Did that make you more mad?
When I pulled her into the room, like I didn't know what to do. So like I did this,
Check the post.
and then like I could see her eye, but like you. Oh, I couldn't look. I couldn't do it. So I put a blanket over it, and then I just called my.
You did what now?
I put a blanket over her head. That's
And
the
what
only
else?
thing I put on her. It's a blanket.
Well-
You can see that. That's the only thing I put over her head.
What did you see in her eye? You said you saw her eye and then you put a blanket over her.
Yeah, her eye like it was open, but she wasn't moving.
Mhm.
And I was like I don't like that thing like we wasn't playing. But it wasn't supposed to go like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not supposed to, like that was. It felt like when I got her into the room, that was where and I seen her, I was like, damn, she going. It was like.
In this fragment, the suspect confronts the fact of death for the first time, and it is here that his story ceases to be an account of a fight and turns into a tragic confession. Yet even at this moment, he doesn't speak of guilt. He speaks of accident. I didn't think it would go that far. This is the classic reaction of a person unable to accept responsibility, because admitting guilt would mean the collapse of his entire inner worldview. He describes the scene with chilling detail. The blows, the fall, the look in her eyes, the attempt to check her pulse, the act of covering her with a blanket. But there is no logic of rescue, no panic, no real grasp of consequence. Everything sounds automatic, mechanical, as if he were performing a ritual sequence of movements without understanding their meaning. For the detective, this is a clear sign of emotional numbness following an outburst of violence. The psyche blocks guilt, leaving the body to act on autopilot, detached from awareness. When he mentions her eye being open, it becomes the moment of collision with reality. For the first time, he truly sees death and can't bear the sight. Covering her with the blanket is not an act of compassion. It's an instinctive attempt to erase what happened, to regain control over a world that has just fallen apart. It's not about shielding her. It's about shielding himself from what he's done. His words, "It wasn't supposed to be like this," express not protest against his action, but against its consequences. He doesn't say, "I killed her." He says, "It just went wrong." That distinction is crucial. It reveals a psychological defense known as catastrophic rationalization. The mind reframes the tragedy as a mistaken process rather than the outcome of deliberate choices. It is the final refuge of a conscience that cannot face itself.
I'm 18 now, but I feel like I aged 45 fucking years. I ain't gonna catch you. Like right then and there. Like I'm like this now. I was like this. I'll call my mom. Like I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Like, oh, I'll pay for your Z-Trip. Can you come over here? Like I was.
Did you tell her that? Did you tell her about what happened? Like, did you tell her what you did?
And she said,
what was that like?
My mom's crazy in the head. She was like, why? Why?
Did you tell her why?
I told her why. I'm not gonna lie. I did put my hands on her.
That's established.
But like, she made her own choice.
Yeah, you keep going back to that, saying that she chose this. Tell us more about that. Why do you think she chose to die?
Cause she knew, and then it's like, it was the thing I know is the thud, and I remember just being like, I just didn't care, like I did not care, but I wanted to go and check in there, and like, I was like, get up, like when I say get up, I'm in there like being mean, but like in a place like get up, you know what I'm saying? She don't even move. I'm like this, I'm just standing right there. I'm like, you know what I'm saying, for like 5, 10, 15 seconds. I don't know.
Okay. And I'm gonna go back just a little bit. Like, what? How would you describe you guys? You say you've been dating for 2 years, right?
Well, no, like a year, probably 12 months.
12 months. Okay. Well, how would you describe your guys' relationship? Would you describe it as healthy or unhealthy?
Everybody else would call it unhealthy, but it was healthy enough, I guess.
Was it physical? Any type physical between you guys?
Yeah. Okay. Honestly, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Was it verbal abuse, I'm assuming? If it was some type of physical
verbal
abuse?
And physical, yes, sir.
Okay. So you would call that unhealthy or healthy? Just from the outside looking in, for me, I would call that's kind of like an unhealthy relationship if you guys are abusive towards one another.
And we separated. We stopped living with each other for like 3 months. We just started living in the house like 3-4 weeks ago.
What caused this though? Like what caused you guys to be abusive towards one another? What was the first incident? What happened?
I remember it was that was the first time. Well, that was the first time we ever lived together, so I knew it had to be that time. But I don't think nobody like you don't remember, because if you can remember, then you could probably just change. Like you could change your mistake. You could change why y'all fighting for it. It's not. I think it was a repetitive thing. Like I always see for her. I understood what she meant, like, cause all she was doing is staying in the house, like all she was doing is staying in the house and smoking, watching TV. That's all she wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? I was always going, not like what I'm saying, working and doing this and that. That was just life. That's just how it was. But like, she wanted just enough. I wanted more than enough. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to go do some. If I gotta go do this and that, like have fun. Not even make money, just go have fun. I just wanted more of it. and she didn't understand that. That's probably where we clashed heads a lot, was when she didn't understand my point of view. But most of the time, I ain't gonna care, I was just being a jerk. I ain't gonna care, I was being a jerk.
In this fragment of the interrogation, the suspect no longer defends himself. He reflects. After the admissions and the descriptions of violence comes a stage of rational analysis, when a person tries to impose meaning on the ruins of what once was. His voice is calm, his tone even, and that creates a chilling contrast with what we already know about the events. He calls the relationship unhealthy, but speaks of it as something ordinary, almost trivial, without recognizing that this very unhealthiness was what proved fatal. This is a textbook case of retrospective normalization of violence. The perpetrator looks back on a toxic relationship and reframes it as mutual mistakes, even when it was in fact a pattern of control and aggression. He insists that they were both abusive, but this is merely an attempt to level the guilt, to dilute responsibility until it feels bearable. For the detective, this is a crucial psychological cue. The suspect is not trying to justify himself outright, but to blur the moral boundaries between victim and aggressor. By doing so, he transforms the crime into something more palatable, a tragic argument, instead of a conscious act of domination and destruction. When he talks about their everyday disputes, she was at home, I worked, I wanted more fun, it becomes evident that the conflict was never about routine or lifestyle. It was about freedom, about power. He saw her stillness as weakness, her independence as defiance. To him, the relationship wasn't partnership but competition, a constant struggle for control where dominance served as proof of worth. His phrase, "I was just being an asshole, I didn't care," sounds like an admission, but it carries no remorse. It's fatigue disguised as reflection, an acknowledgement of wrongdoing without any inner transformation. He doesn't grieve for the pain he caused. He merely concedes that he was wrong, as if talking about a failed argument, not the death of a human being. And in that calm, detached tone lies the deepest truth of all. He can describe the damage, but he still cannot feel it.
Not trusting her, just playing games. And like when I'm upset and angry, like it's like I don't care. I be like, F you, like stupid. Like I see the most off the wall stuff, and it's like I keep going on. Like, I would keep going on. Like, I could cuss you out for 3 hours saying and say the different tones, and you're gonna start to feel it. I ain't gonna catch you.
How old are you?
18.
So, I mean, you got a clear understanding what right and wrong is, right? Did your mom ever tell you like don't hit women? Did she tell you that? Okay. Her parents gonna say, hey, well, why did he do this? And what would be your explanation of that? What kind of explanation can I give them? I don't, even if she's somebody's daughter. You get what I'm saying?
Probably like, I can't. What I did, I didn't do it right. I knew I didn't do it right. I knew I wasn't right. I wasn't right, but I got upset. I just got upset, and I don't know. I just got so upset. I didn't know. I didn't know, and it was when it was actually like, you know what I'm saying, when it actually happened. That was it. That was it, bro. So I had to. It became real life situation right then and there.
Okay,
so I had to.
So you get to the point of you calling your mother, and she comes to the house, and what's going on between you and your mother at that time?
I was up front, and I don't know.
Are you inside or outside the house?
I'm basically outside because the front door open. I didn't go my room is all the way at the end of the house, so I didn't go. I couldn't. Like, I just couldn't. But she probably didn't get here till like 7:45, and we were just talking, and I just started running.
Why'd you run?
I really don't know.
No, you know, why'd you run?
I actually really don't know. I knew I was gonna get caught. I knew like you gonna get caught regardless, bro.
I knew. Why were you gonna get caught?
I'm a wanted man. Like
Why do you think you were a wanted man?
Because I just
To death, yeah.
I didn't beat. No. I
No, you
didn't.
did.
No, you did.
You did.
I couldn't. No, I didn't beat her to death. She was still. She was. If you was moving, she was moving. She walked in the room. I did not kill that girl. Oh God.
So you basically let her to die so Alex could get all the stuff out of the house, right? And then you got rescue. That's what you just told us.
No, she was already gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If your eyes like this.
Yeah, it's because you beat her to death. That's why. Was there anybody else in the house when all this was going on?
Mm-mm.
Just you and her, right? And you beat her more than 10 times. She's
All over a phone call.
She was not dead after that. You gotta understand. This girl was moving for like 45 minutes an hour straight.
so you just watch her move around and die.
The girl was cleaning up the bathroom. I'm holding up in a room. What are you? No.
Why didn't you call 911 after? See where we're at? You know the difference between right and wrong. And you know you did wrong. And you need to own it. Because I'm sure you know where you're at right now, yeah? That's why you ran. Because you knew what you did was wrong. So, like, you're almost being honest with us. You are. You're getting really, really close to being honest with us. But you need to tell us the truth.
I'm being completely honest.
No, you are. But you need to own what you did.
I know what I did. I did it.
In this fragment, the tension reaches its peak. The detectives corner the suspect with facts, and his internal defenses begin to collapse. At first, he retreats from direct admission, repeating, "I didn't know why I ran. I didn't kill her." This is the classic phase of denial, the moment when a person already knows the truth, but the mind still refuses to articulate it. The detectives press him calmly, methodically, pushing him toward acknowledgement. You knew what you did. You knew it was wrong. Psychologically, this is the point at which the suspect's protective mechanisms begin to fail. He tries to cling to details. She was still moving. She was cleaning the bathroom. But those words sound like desperate attempts to convince himself that her death wasn't because of him. It's the rationalization of guilt, an effort to turn murder into an accident. Yet the more he speaks, the clearer it becomes. He understands exactly what happened. His flight wasn't confusion. It was the instinctive reaction of someone who realizes he's done something irreversible. The phrase, "I knew they'd catch me," reveals that he never truly tried to escape. He just couldn't remain in the same space with what he had done. This was not flight from the police. It was flight from his own conscience. When the detective tells him, "You're almost being honest," that becomes the moment of psychological breakthrough. The wall cracks, and he finally says, "Yeah, I did it." But even here, there is a haunting duality. He speaks without emotion, dryly, without remorse. It's not a confession born of awareness. It's a weary surrender to the inevitable, an exhausted acknowledgement of a truth he can no longer outrun.
You did what?
I didn't. One thing I didn't do was actually like.
No. We're not talking about what you didn't do. We're talking about what you did do. What did you do? You said you did it. What did you do?
I heard her.
What you said at first.
That's what I
No,
did.
you said I killed. What did you say?
I said I hit her.
Okay.
I mean,
Now that we've had this talk, how do you think, somebody in your situation should be punished?
honestly,
That's all we want.
I know from right from wrong.
Mm-hmm.
To stop walking, probably.
Hmm?
I don't know, like
Just get it off your chest, man.
stop walking. Start like I don't know, cause pain. That's what I did. I caused pain. Cause pain. Just cause pain.
Call who?
Cause pain.
Cause pain. Okay.
Respect. I did it. Well, I can't. So I should receive it.
Okay.
She get what she deserves. Is that what you're saying?
Right, for nice stuff, yeah. Okay. All right, man. So, so if I brought Gabby's mom in here right now, what would you tell her? No cap.
I don't know.
You took a life today. I hope you would know. What would you tell her? What would you tell Gabby's
I
mom?
didn't take no life.
You did.
You said it 4 or 5 times today that you got mad at her for lying to you about being on the phone with a boy. It was a guy, right? Because you did see who the face was. Was it a white guy? Was it a black guy? Who was it on the FaceTime?
I didn't see the person.
But you saw she made a call,
Yes, sir.
and that pissed you off, yeah?
Yes, sir.
You got real mad.
Yes, sir.
What do you usually do when you get angry?
Say bullshit. Hit things.
Hit people?
People.
Mm-hmm.
And now, yep. Person.
We had a long talk with your mom about that. So you were mad. She was cheating on you, man. You've been doing nothing but working for her, getting her money, getting her weed, and we don't care about weed. We're not the weed police.
It's not the cheating. The cheating part. If people cheat. People can cheat. You can cheat. Everybody make mistakes. That's it. But it's the lying. That's
Yeah.
it.
The lying is what got to you, huh? That just pushed you over the edge.
Everybody gonna make a mistake. You just gotta like. She just never like. I swear to God, she never told me the truth. Like she never told me the truth.
Yeah.
Even I don't care. We could break up.
And she was
she
she lying to you for the whole 12 months?
I don't believe so. I don't believe so.
Yeah. So it was just building up, huh? What else would she lie to you about?
I don't know. I didn't know she lied about that.
That you had had enough and you had to do something, right? You know the difference between right and wrong. Okay? And I need to hear it from you because her family needs to know the truth. Okay?
In this fragment of the interrogation, the detectives enter the final stage, moral confrontation. They're no longer searching for details. They're trying to make the suspect grasp the magnitude of what he's done. You took a life today, but his response, "I didn't take a life," reveals that he still refuses to face reality. This is not denial of the facts, but psychological repression of guilt, an attempt to preserve an internal image of himself as someone who just got angry, not a killer. Once again, he circles back to the theme of lies. For him, it's not just an excuse, it's an obsession, the moral axis that justifies everything. He repeats, "She never told me the truth," and in those words there's no sorrow, only conviction. Lies become his moral scaffolding, the foundation of his distorted sense of justice. For the detective, this moment is telling. He sees a man who lives within a warped moral framework, where violence is seen not as a crime, but as an emotional response, a form of correction. When the detective asks what he usually does when he gets angry, and the suspect answers, "I hit people," it's not an offhand remark. It's an admission of an ingrained pattern, a learned behavior in which aggression is the only language available to express emotion. He doesn't know how to communicate hurt, fear, or pain, except through force. That's why his reaction to deception wasn't a confrontation. It was violence. And when he later says, "People make mistakes," there's something haunting in the tone. It's not cynicism. It's a fragile attempt to humanize himself. He's no longer defending his actions. He's searching for a justification that will let him continue to exist as a person after everything he's done. It's the final psychological refuge, the hope that if his act can be called a mistake, then he can still believe he's capable of redemption.
So you hit her more than 10 times? Or whatever it's called? A stick? You hit her in the body, you hit her in the head. How long was she alive after that, after you hit her all those times?
I don't know. At least, I don't know. Because she came in the room, she put her clothes up, and I'm like, go clean it up.
Was that before or after you hit her?
This is after.
I don't believe that.
You can tell it after it's her clothes. You can just
Buddy,
see.
we're not green. We've been doing this a while.
I swear to God,
You can swear on everything.
I'm
you
not
think is
gonna
holy.
lie. I'm not even gonna lie.
Because you know what you look like to me? You look like a cold-blooded killer. You can't even own what you did.
That's it.
You're just gonna take that, yes, sir. We're three guys talking in a room right now, and the least you can do is be honest with us.
I'm being completely honest. I swear to God, she came in and she put the clothes.
So you beat her more than 10 times. You beat her in the bathroom, yeah?
Yes, we were all. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Was in the bathroom.
And then at some point she dies, and you go ahead and you drag her into the bedroom, right? You drag her in the bedroom with a curtain?
No, can I explain it? Can I please?
Oh, let's hear it, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. No. Oh my God, we start the story now because you didn't switch my whole time. No, when I thought when I put my hands on her,
Yeah.
I walked out. I ain't gonna cut to you. I started rolling up. I ain't gonna cut to you. I started rolling up, but then she came in. She put her clothes up. Boom. She walked back. I told her to go clean up. She walked back out. Boom. I'm rolling up, smoking. All I hear is Then I hear 2, 3 of them. And then I hear a boom like 2, 3 minutes later. I'm not tripping. I'm still smoking. You know what I'm saying? When I walk into the room in the bathroom, it's this distance to that door.
We know.
Yes, sir. That's it.
And you say you drug her into the room though. Did she have a shower curtain on her still?
Mhm.
Okay. And then you put a towel over her?
Yes, sir. I only put a towel on her, and you can check like evidence or whatever you did. I swear to you, I only drug her out of there because it was so much. It was just that's why.
So much what?
It was like she had fucking. It was like wet. It was wet. She had blood on her.
Yeah.
There was
a lot of blood.
Did you clean up any of that blood?
I don't know. I can't do blood. I'm sorry. I can't.
So you didn't clean up anything?
I can't do that.
So instead of calling 911, you call your mom.
Mhm.
You think that's the right thing to do?
No,
Then why'd you do it?
I wasn't thinking to do the right thing. I just can't believe it. I didn't even. You got to think 2 hours, not even 2 hours, 2 minutes before I'm even going into the bathroom. I'm not finna think somebody's finna die. I'm not gonna think I'm finna beat somebody. No, I don't like.
Well, you can not think it all you want, but you did it. And now we're here. So the best thing you can do is just own us and tell us the truth on what happened. And I think you have been most of the time. But I'd like to hear from you that you killed her. There wasn't anybody else in that house but you and her. You had every opportunity to try and save her after you beat her, but you didn't. You just let her die in the bathroom.
People like her don't. I wouldn't even want to kill her. I wouldn't. People like her. There's no point.
What you mean like her?
Because like, she put like she did put up with bull stuff like. We did like this wasn't our first physical. This wasn't our first physical argument.
We don't care about what happened before. We care about what happened today. Did she even fight back at all today?
She kept denying it. That's all she said. I didn't do it.
As you hitting her, she's telling you that?
I didn't do it.
Okay. We're going to step out for a minute, man. Give you a little time to think. Right back, all right?
I have all the evidence.
During the investigation, prosecutors presented evidence showing that the murder was not accidental. Green had previously exhibited violent behavior toward his girlfriend. Nevertheless, the defense argued that it had been an emotional outburst, not a premeditated act. The trial lasted nearly 2 years. During the hearings, Green accepted a plea deal. He pleaded guilty to murder, thereby avoiding a life sentence. In exchange, the prosecution agreed to recommend a limited term of imprisonment. In early 2024, a Duval County Circuit Court judge handed down the sentence. Isaiah Jamal Green was sentenced to 50 years in a Florida state prison. Gabrielle Bolton's family was present in the courtroom and stated that the sentence represented long-awaited justice, though no punishment could ever bring their daughter back. Since then, Green has been serving his term in a Florida correctional facility. His attorneys did not file an appeal, and the case is officially closed.